Mungai, Eve and director Trevor have been a subject of breakup rumors after they deleted photos of each other from their Instagram accounts. A confirmation followed when Trevor tweeted that he had changed all Mungai Eve platforms into Kenya online media. Twitter went wild, with some people siding with Mungai while others siding with Trevor. The problem is the action of changing Mungai Eve channel name into KOM. This is what sparked widespread confirmation among their followers and the public about the status of their relationship. Initially, there were just speculations that these two had gone their separate ways, but rumors intensified when Trevor attended a New Year's event without Eve. And further, Trevor expressed his interest in adopting a child in 2024, which fueled more speculation about their relationship status. And then the change of name. Trevor had also shared a video of an empty house tour on his Instagram stories, which led to further speculation about whether he had moved out. The handwriting was just on the wall, all along. A video posted today in the branded Kenya Online Media YouTube channel said that these two broke up February of 2023, but they have only made their fans aware of it in February of 2024. The interviews they had been doing since last slowed down in the past 2 months ago and had only started posting today after rebranding the channel. And this is what is making it so hard to believe that they had separated. Some rumors had alleged that director Trevor had already moved into a new relationship, while it was not very clear what was happening around Mungai Eve. But one thing has come out clearly, and it is what is making most people uncomfortable. Mungai Eve was working hard interviewing people and ensuring content was readily accessible to fans. No matter the circumstances of the breakup, fans were not expecting that director Trevor would take all the channel's platforms to himself, while being dismissive of the contribution of Mungai Eve. The fact that he said he had fired Mungai rigs of some suspicious underlying level of control which should not be allowed to slip away without being talked about. First, Mungai was not just an employee, but someone he was involved with romantically. If at all Mungai Eve meant anything to him, he should have left at least a single channel to her name. The fans would have had some peace of mind that at least he meant well, and the moments they shared working together meant something. It looks so allegedly suspicious that he felt Mungai was a mere worker. I'm sure Mungai had been working hard because she thought they had a serious relationship that would result to marriage in future. You don't just fire someone who was that close to you, and the fact that you can come out here to allege that her services were no longer needed sounds somewhat arrogant, and some critical thinking around that statement is needed. Someone would be tempted to ask, was Mungai an object convenient to be used? And is the change of platforms names a way to bring in some other lady and fire them when it is not convenient? Without really meddling, it takes a team to build such a following that Trevor and some of the fans seems to think should only belong to director Trevor. Even the talk about boy child by some people makes the discussion a little off. Some fans allegedly feel that director Trevor should reveal more information on the move to take over all Mungai Eve platforms, and that is what is not sitting well with a lot of people. Such an action says more about the reasons why the relationship broke. Some fans are saying that director Trevor taught Mungai Eve how to interview and pose in social media to attract attention. That statement says a lot, and it tells us that Mungai was doing everything based on his instructions. Those that are thinking it is okay to take channels from a lady that did it all to get the social media attention and followers of that magnitude is real evil. It has been said that director Trevor owned the platforms, and from the look of things, it is as if there were no written agreements stating contribution and who did what. The charm-romance mix confused everything. Surely dismissing Eve as though she contributed nothing makes no sense. There could have been circumstances allegedly where Eve may have felt held hostage. I mean, imagine thinking how she had worked so hard and then Leaving the relationship would mean losing the whole investment of time and effort, and to some extent being trolled may have made her stay longer in the relationship. Mungai Eve deciding to be quiet could be because a lot of people kept trolling her. Think the amount of stress she went through being trolled to build the whopping following that Trevor has now taken over. Some critical thinking here. People thinking that Mungai Eve used director Trevor is totally far-fetched. She was part of a team that built these platforms with too much following that even some gospel artists cannot afford to have, that director Trevor will continue to reap from for a very long time. Imagine Mungai having to start afresh. Who really is the loser here, Trevor or Eve? Let us be realistic for once, and let us know in the comments section below. What has happened to Mungai Eve shouldn't be taken for granted by women, especially those online couples busy cohabiting in the name of marriage. Those that are busy being flaunted in YouTube as wives by the so-called husbands in quotes who have not married them officially. I wonder why men who are making so much money would have a problem of officiating a marriage legally in a way that protects the women they claim to love. Look and think critically, and let fans not be manipulated. The law cannot protect cohabitation and women who allow men to use them by flaunting them in social media, use their effort, get trolled and pose to create content and build wealth. Such men will just build platforms and then later take them over, leaving women in shock of what really happened. A proper marriage does protect a woman and man in equal terms, just in case things don't work out. If someone wants to build content with you and build houses through YouTube content creation, just make sure that there are written agreements that could hold water legally. That way you can save yourself a lot of embarrassment. Don't mix love with business. What we are seeing in YouTube are couples that even fans and themselves alike cannot substantiate as real marriages. Fans who love to see people together as a couple and as an example of a working relationship, so to say, in a society where the number of marriages and relationships are declining. Get excited about such online couples and frequent heartbreaks when the couples go their separate ways. These couples sometimes in their videos have no idea whether they should call their men husbands or wives, or whether girlfriend and boyfriends. It is that messy. It is only fair for young generation to sit back and ask us why marriage was designed in the first place and how it was supposed to help make sure all parties are well treated in the end. What also happened to people seeking counseling? Nowadays, the young generation just want to trend because negatively sells and sympathy is freely available in social media, even when empathy is absent.